Okay, so we'll just shake it out. Big inhales through the nose, big exhales through the mouth. However your body wants to move. And don't be shy. You can even put yourself into a little bit of a frenzy. Get the endorphins going. And with the exhales, you can make a little bit of a sound, like the vibration. It helps us to release. Really exaggerate those exhalations. We'll do at least 3 more. Hello. Oh, sorry. We just got started. Once you're ready, all we're doing is shaking out. Big inhales through the nose, big exhales through the mouth. Okay, 2 more if it's okay. Now let's just stand and feel. Place the feet however you want. Feel the feet on the earth. Feel the breath. Okay, so feet wherever you want. Let's roll those shoulders. So we'll inhale forward up. Exhale back and down. You can exhale through the nose or the mouth. You know, I really like exhaling through the mouth because it's a cleansing breath, especially at the beginning of the practice. Do these shoulder rolls and all the movements however you want. So you could use the arms a little or not a lot. You could have them hanging down loose. You could do different movements with the arms, like making circles, whatever. Okay, a few more going back. And the spine too. Let the spine move however it wants. Let the head move however it wants. Okay, now let's start rolling forward. So we inhale the shoulders back and up, exhale forward down. I like to use my elbows more when I do the forward movement. And I like to imagine like scraping the back of the heart. A few more. Okay, and then we'll go back to rolling back so we can end with an open chest. Next time the shoulders roll back and down, let's keep the shoulders down the back. Open up the palms of the hands. Gently pull the thumbs back. See if pulling the thumbs back lets you open up the chest a little more. And we'll do our presence practice just a few times. So 3 parts. Part 1, breathe with the heart. And whatever way that makes sense for you. Part 2, scan the body, starting at the crown. Move your awareness through the whole body mind. Let your awareness touch every part of the body mind. And once your awareness touches the soles of the feet touching the earth, silently say to yourself, I am here. So we'll do a few rounds on our own. I'll just repeat the 3 steps. Step 1, breathe with the heart. Step 2, scan the body, starting at the crown. We can even imagine it's like a mat an amazing scan of relaxation. So as our awareness moves through the body, it invites ease, openness, softness. Step 3, once the awareness touches the parts of the body touching the earth, silently say to yourself, I am here. Okay, let's just soften the knees, give them a little bend, relax the arms, and we'll just do like super lazy twists. So I like to just let the arms swing out, you know, if you have the space around you, of course. The eyes, they can always be open or closed. If they're open, let the eyes kind of follow the movement. You might notice you can twist a little more if you use your eyes. Look in the direction that you're twisting. Relax the face, the cheeks, the jaw. We can imagine just like lubricating the spine. Just warming up all the muscles along the spine. A few more. All right, let's swing ourselves back to center. So we'll think more about the lower spine now. So let's warm up the hands first. So build a little heat between the hands, and then we can do a breathing exercise. So we'll separate the hands. I don't know if you can see with my yellow sweater, but whatever. So as we inhale, we'll move the palms in towards one another. Exhale away. The distance doesn't matter, whatever feels good for you now. So we inhale in, exhale away. 2 or 3 more. Okay, now let's step the feet a little wider, so more like the shoulder width. And we can warm up the hands again. And we'll use the warmth in the hands to warm up the back. So we're literally just going to massage the back. It could be open palms. It could be the back of the fists. I like the knees a little bit bent. And at the same time, just sending some loving attention into the low back. Okay, so we can just keep the hands flat on the low back. We'll circle the hips. So if you want to breathe through, you could inhale half the circle, exhale the other half. The size of the circle doesn't matter. What does matter is that we feel good. So just check in with yourself. Okay, let's change direction. And again, just send some loving attention into the low back, into the hips. Most of us in our day-to-day lives, we kind of only move the hips forward back if you think of walking and sitting. So these kinds of exercises are really good. And that's why it's really normal to store tension in the hips. Okay, let's come back to center. We'll bring the arms out to the sides. So the knees are still a little bent, and we're trying to like have a flat back. So it's like you're tucking the pelvis forward just a little. So it's not super extreme, but so your sit bones are going straight towards the earth. Okay, so like propeller turns. So as we inhale, we can imagine like just inhaling fresh energy, maybe light, whatever. As we exhale, we release, let go of any old stuff that we don't need. So it's inhale, fill up. And then with the exhale, we'll start to twist, whatever side you want. I'm going to my left. You can turn the feet too. Twist as much as it's comfortable. Squeeze out any tension, any old stuff. Inhale back to the center. Fresh energy. Exhale over to the other side. So start twisting with the waist. You can totally turn the feet. Just go as far as it's comfortable. Squeezing out anything you don't need. Inhale back to center. And of course, follow your breath more than me. Let's keep going. Exhale, squeeze, twist. Inhale, center, fill up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, center. We'll do one more each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. So we can use the hands. Imagine we're gathering up some fresh energy. Step the left foot in, draw the elbows back. Exhale, push down. And just give yourself a shake. Okay, so before we keep going with the legs, let's work more on the shoulders and the heart. So we'll cross the arms. I might squish my mic a little bit, so sorry about that. So we'll cross the arms, so one elbow on top of the other, like we're trying to give ourselves a hug. However you want the feet, they could be shoulder width or closer, whatever. I'm gonna go more shoulder. Now with the elbows, let's draw the number 8. So the idea, we're trying to get movement through the rib cage, get the rib cage moving up, down, side to side. Breathe through it in any way that feels good. Add any kind of flair that you want. It could be super fast, it could be really slow, whatever. Just enjoy it. Find something that feels good. Okay, we'll work the brain a little bit, change the direction of the number 8. And then just like let yourself go in it. Let the rib cage move. Okay, bring yourself back to center. Take a moment if you feel dizzy or whatever. Just receive this hug. Okay, we're going to keep going with the heart. So, keep the arms crossed, and we'll just bring them out. See if you can see this. If it's possible, you can like hook the hands to make like a prayer. If that doesn't work, the hands can be separate. So it's just the elbows, one on top of the other. Now see which elbow you have on top. So I have my right arm on top of my left arm. If we want to play with balance, we'll cross the opposite leg. So since my right arm is on top, I'll pick up my left leg and see if it can come other side of my right leg. So I'm doing toes down, but if you're like really feeling balanced this morning, you could have the foot up. And I don't know if you can see, but my bottom leg, the leg I'm standing on, nice and bent. This is called eagle pose. We just do our best, 2 or 3 more breaths. Kind of squeeze into yourself, the legs and the arms. Last full breath, give yourself a nice squeeze. Okay, now inhale, squeeze even more. As we exhale, we're going to pop out of it. So we exhale, just come into a big star, shine, 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 shine. With an exhalation, release. Give yourself a little shake. So for the other side, we just want to make sure we cross the arms the opposite way. So since I had my right arm on top, now I cross my left arm. Grab onto the shoulders, pick a leg position you like, and start that number 8. Just open up the rib cage, the sides, the front, the back. By working with the rib cage, we're automatically working with the heart. Get into your own flow. If ever you catch yourself thinking too much, just feel the feet on the earth. Okay, we have to think a little bit. Change direction. Number 8, other direction. Really let yourself get into it. See if the rib cage can open even more. Sometimes I like to imagine like more space even between the ribs. This is also really nice for upper back tension. Last few. Okay, let's bring it back to center. Take a moment, especially if you're maybe a bit lightheaded, dizzy. Feel those feet on the earth. Okay, we'll bring the feet underneath the hips so it's a little bit more stable. And go into our eagle arms. So we bring the hands away from the shoulders, we keep the cross, and then we see if we can get the hands together in a prayer. And if not, they could just be the hands separate like here, that's fine too. So opposite leg crosses over. I'll do a side view. So we have a little bend, the back is flat. So since it's my left arm on top of my right arm, I'm going to pick up my right leg, cross it over my left leg. You can absolutely have the toes on the floor, or the leg can be up if you really want to work on balance. Just squeeze into yourself and breathe as deep as possible. Okay, so we're going to prepare to come out of it. We know what's going to happen now. So we inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, pop out, come into a star. And just shine, 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 shine. And with an exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to see if we can play with the stars a little bit more. We just work within our own comfort level. So we're going to play with lifting a leg. So place yourself so that you can you have room to step out either side. So we'll start in the middle, nice bent legs. We'll inhale, do a little circle with the arms. Arms come out parallel. We shift the weight into one leg, whichever leg you want to start with, and we see if we can lift the other leg. You don't have to lift, the toes going to stay down. So we exhale into our star. Then we inhale, the foot comes down, we circle the arms. We exhale, shift over to the other side. So that's it, let's just play with our breath. If you want to hang out longer than one exhale, you totally can. And whenever you're in the star, just shine from the core, out through the limbs. Play around, have fun. If we fall, the floor's not that far away. He'll probably be fine. Okay, a few more. Last one each side. Okay, when you come back to center, whew, give yourself a little shake. Okay, before we come down to the mat, let's do the breath of joy. So the breath of joy is just moving the arms with the breath. So it's like we inhale in 3 parts. So it's inhale, inhale, inhale. And then as we exhale through the mouth. Maybe make a sound and just drop the arms like, Now if it's comfortable in your body, when you exhale, you could bend forward and do more one of these. I'm not gonna bend forward too much because I have some back stuff going on. But if it works in your body, feel free. Okay, so inhale, 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 exhale. Exhale through the mouth, try to make a little sound. Two more. One more, sorry. Let's take a moment, just stand, check in with ourselves. Just feeling whatever we're feeling. And maybe if you want, look for like 1 or 2 things to be grateful for. And just name them inside yourself. Okay, let's make our way down to the mat. So it's a good time if you have socks, sweaters. I know you're probably a bit warm. I'm definitely a little warm, but we want to keep our warmth. So if you have any like extra clothing, I suggest putting it on. And if you want to turn off overhead lights so there's no bright lights in your face. And even if you have like a blanket or something handy for the relaxation, you could have it close by. We'll do just a couple of seated things and then we'll come on to the back. So I'll meet you here. Take your time though. Sorry if you already lay down. My bad. Just 2 or 3 seated things. So a boat, so we are going to work like a little more. So the feet are on the floor, hands behind the thighs. We lean back, open up that chest. So imagine, you can even take a hand, base of the skull, just kind of like pull up. So the spine is like so nice and long. So we're going to work the core and the hip flexors. So the heels come off the floor. We inhale one leg up, exhale down. Inhale the other leg up. Exhale down. And that's it. Just go with your breath. If you're very comfortable, you could stop touching the floor. You could just let the foot hover above the floor instead of touching the floor. Okay, one more each side. And bring the feet down. And let's go ahead and come all the way down onto the back. So knees to chest, we'll start just rolling side to side, massaging the whole back. All right, come back to center. So we're still going to work a little bit on the core. So first thing first, just feel the back pressing into the earth. And then you can play it. It's very subtle, so you won't really see anything. But you can play with kind of tilting the pelvis towards you, so you can really push the low back into the ground. Just see what that feels like. So I like to imagine in this position like I'm the bud of a flower. And the flower stem, it starts in the low back, like behind the belly button, and it goes all the way down to the center of the earth. So I want to stay attached to my stem. So let's keep the low back pushing into the earth. So we'll start to just gently engage the core. Just kind of squeeze the abdominal muscles. And now we'll add a movement. So the most important thing is keep the low back in contact with the earth. So we'll do a little cross crawl. So we'll inhale here. Exhale. Opposite arm, opposite leg extend. The height doesn't matter. Just keep the back down on the ground. So we inhale back to the middle. Exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. And that's it. You just play with your breath. Inhaling middle, exhaling, extending. Keeping the low back in contact with the earth. Keeping the face relaxed. We can always have our smiles. If the low back is coming off the ground, just extend the leg higher up. This is also another nice way to stretch the spine. Okay, one more each side. All right, when you come back to center, again, hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Massage the back. All right, back to center. We'll put the right foot down on the floor. Lift the left leg 90 degrees and hold on behind the knee. So the fingers behind the knee, the thumbs beside the knee. And we'll go into ankle circles. So we're just rotating the left ankle. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. So now in this exercise, we don't need the low back pushing into the ground anymore. We can actually have a space underneath the low back. So we can have our natural lumbar curve. So you can even see if it's possible to like slide a few fingers underneath the low back. And also, don't worry about it too much. Okay, change direction of the ankle rotations. All right, just shake out that foot. I know they can get uncomfortable. This is the type of exercise would be really beneficial to do every day. All right, interlace the hands below that left knee. We'll inhale the knee away from us. Exhale, pull it into the body so you can flatten the lumbar curve when the leg comes in. So we inhale away. Exhale, pull it in. Go with your breath. We can even play with more of an abdominal breath. So when we inhale, the belly fills up. It's like it pushes the leg away. And then we exhale, pull the belly button in as the leg squishes the belly. Okay, next exhalation, keep the knee into the chest. Let's slide the right leg down on the ground. So engage the right leg, pull the toes towards you. Now push out through the heel of that right leg. We'll inhale, lift the leg just a couple of inches. Exhale, lower it a couple of inches. So it's kind of a small range of movement. Check if there's any tension. I just noticed I'm like really squeezing my shoulders to try to help me lift the leg. Let's relax the shoulders, the whole upper body. Just work with that leg. Now, if we want more of a challenge, we could keep the right leg lifted and do circles. Change direction. Okay, release. Bring that right knee back into the chest. Arms around the knees. Rock side to side. All right, let's do that little sequence on the other side. So the left foot down, right leg up. Just make sure you're on your other side for the ankle rotations. So the leg is bent 90 degrees. We hold on, fingers behind the knee, thumbs beside the knee. If possible, we have a little lumbar curve, so it's possible to slide some fingers underneath the low back. And we start rotating that right ankle. Find something to relax, maybe the face, the cheeks, the jaw, the belly. These ankle rotations are pretty cool because they wake up the muscles that we kind of forget to use, the muscles that fall asleep. So notice where you feel sensation. Sometimes can even activate as far down as, or as far up as the thigh. Let's change direction. Don't worry if it gets uncomfortable, that's totally normal. Okay, shake it out. Let's interlace the hands, blow that right knee. Inhale the knee away from us. Exhale, pull it in, give yourself a squeeze. And just go with your breath. Okay, next time the knee comes to the chest, keep it there. Let's slide the left leg down on the earth. So engage that left leg, pull the toes towards you, and push out through the heel. When you're ready, inhale the leg up just a couple inches, exhale down a couple of inches. Go with your breath. And keep pushing out through the heel. I like to think of this exercise like I want to be taller. Okay, now if you feel like the challenge, you can start circling the leg. Still pushing out through the heel. Other direction. Okay, bring that knee back to the chest again. Just hug yourself, rock side to side. Just feel the parts of the body touching the earth. Okay, back to center. One more core exercise. So we're going to see if we can add a twist. So it's similar to what we did before, but with a twist. So again, we imagine like we're little flower buds. We push the lower back into the floor. We want to stay connected to our stems. Let's interlace the hands behind the head. Now it's very important to keep the head as relaxed as possible. So the head is just heavy in the hands. And we'll be lifting the shoulder off the ground from the strength of the core. So we inhale here. And then we exhale, opposite elbow, opposite knee, and the other leg extends. And you can always extend more up towards the sky. So we inhale in the middle. Exhale, cross. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross. So use the core. Push, 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 push into the floor. So go with your breath. If this doesn't feel good, you can do the one we did before, just lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. Even when we're working, we still want to feel good. If you want to work on the obliques a little more, you can aim your elbow more outside the knee. One more each side. Whew. When you come back to center, just let yourself relax. Now with the legs, let's line up the knees over the hips so we can keep the legs bent, the feet just kind of hanging loose. Or we could have the legs at 90 degrees. Or if it's comfortable, you're in your body, the legs could be straight. But we want to be stacked up on top of ourselves. So if the legs are straight, we want it like ankles, knees, hips, all in a line. We're not really doing anything. We're using this more of as a relaxation pose. So make sure whichever position you're in, it feels really good, really comfortable. And we'll just take about 5 long, deep breaths. Okay, invite the knees back into the chest, twists. So I'll let you decide how you want to do the twists. So we could either like squeeze the legs together, inhale in the middle, exhale over to the side, keeping the legs together. Or we can inhale in the middle and then let one leg fall to the side and the other leg follow. So basically it's either legs apart or legs together. So whichever version you prefer. Inhaling in the center, exhaling over. And it's your body, it's your practice, so see how you feel. If you want to hold the twist on one side for a couple breaths, that's totally an option. And give yourself whatever it is you may need. Okay, last couple. And once you're happy with your Lower body twist. Just come back to the center, feet down on the floor. And we'll do our shoulder, upper back release. So let's hold on to the elbows right on top of the shoulders. We inhale here. Exhale the elbows over to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. So it doesn't matter how far that the elbows go, just within a comfortable range of motion. Relax the face, the whole head, the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, the chest, the rib cage. So we want this movement to be as relaxed as possible. I like the idea like we're just smoothing out any wrinkles of tension. Okay, next time you come to the center, exhale the arms back towards the head. So inhaling center, exhaling back. Just follow your breath. Okay, the next time you come back to center, just change the cross of the arms. Whatever arm is in front, put it in the back. And we do the same two movements. So we inhale here, exhale to one side. Super relaxed, like even if the head wants to follow, let it. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side. Go with your breath. I really love this exercise. That's why we do it every class. The shoulders, it's a very common place to hold tension. I know I do. And I have another little spot in my upper back that this movement also really helps with. It's also nice to release the neck. And if you have any kind of shoulder issues and this movement feels good for you, it's something you could do much longer. Like you could do it even 10, 15 minutes if you have the time. Okay, next time we come to center, let's exhale the arms back towards the head. And continue this movement. It doesn't matter where the arms end up. Sometimes they hit the forehead, sometimes they go over the head. A lot of it depends on how long the upper arms are. And of course on how tight the muscles might be. So remember, there's no forcing here. We're moving in as relaxed a way as possible. As we do this, let's even check in with ourselves. Can we relax the thighs? How about the belly? What about the eyes? The cheeks? And the jaw? Last few. Okay, next time you come to center, release. And now we get ready for our most important pose, the relaxation. So find a position that's comfortable. Make sure you're warm. I know I cool down a lot. Again, if you have a blanket or any extra clothes, put them on. So if you have any back sensitivities like me, you might prefer having the knees bent, leaning one into the other so there's no effort. If your back is happy, you can just extend the legs down on the floor. We want the head, the chin to be just slightly tucked in. So you can even take the hands behind the head, lift it up, tuck your chin in. And then exhale, just drop the head down so you keep that little tuck in the chin. It's said that when the forehead is sloping down like this, it helps to calm the mind. I like the arms to the sides, palms up. But if the floor is cold or if it's more comfortable, you can always just have the hands on the body. Just the way we started. If you need to do any kind of little movements, adjustments, maybe sigh a few times. Anything that helps you relax, go ahead. As you settle in, just feel all the parts of the body touching the earth. For these next few minutes, give yourself permission to relax, to let everything go. Let the earth just absorb all the weight of the body-mind. Relax even the breath. Let go of any sense of doing, any sense of control. Feel how the breath just naturally flows in and out of the body. Very, 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 very gentle. In our own time, in our own way, let's start to wake the body mind. It could be wiggling the fingers, the toes, rotating ankles, wrists. And eventually, when it feels right for you, give yourself a full body stretch, arms overhead. I like to imagine inviting fresh energy, fresh oxygen. Let's do our banana stretch before we get up. So the right foot slides to the right. Left foot comes on top of the right foot. Right hand grabs the left wrist and we just slide ourselves over to the left. To the right. So we want to make a banana shape. And then we just breathe into the banana body. Try to get the breath deep into the belly. Okay, bring yourself back to center. Take at least a breath just in the middle, doing nothing. And then we'll banana ourselves over to the other side. So left foot out to the left, right foot on top of the left foot. Left hand grabs the right wrist. We pull ourselves over to the left and breathe into the banana shape. Getting the breath as deep as possible, seeing if we can feel it low down in the belly. Okay, we come back to the middle. Take at least a full breath, just letting ourselves relax again. Alright, so let's slowly, gently make our way towards sitting. So we'll start just by rolling over to the right hand side. Make a little pillow with the arm. Rest your head on your pillow and just take a couple breaths. And then, taking your time, use the strength of the arms and an inhalation to press up. So even though we're waking up, we kind of want to keep this relaxed state as much as possible. Make your way to any comfortable seated position. So one of the goals of our yoga practice is to have that relaxed state that we have in the final relaxation through all of our daily life. So even when we're in action, we still have that relaxation in the background. Okay, so let's just take the time to close. So feel the parts of the body touching the earth. I'm doing a little bit of movement in my lower body to feel the earth, but whatever feels good. Rub the hands together. Let's do that breathing exercise one more time. So we'll inhale, the hands move in towards one another. Exhale away. bring the hands into a prayer. Bring the prayer to the chest so the thumbs kind of dig into the sternum. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press down through the sit bones. Lift up through the base of the skull, the crown of the head. Look for your heartbeat. Before we close, if you like, take a moment. Look for another one or two things to feel grateful for. And include yourself. Thank yourself for literally anything. All right, let's chant an Om. So by chanting, we get to work with vibration, vibrating the bones in the body. Om is said to be the sound beneath all other sounds. So the sound of the universe itself. So we're just matching the frequency of the universe. So we'll exhale everything. Inhale to chant. With gratitude and appreciation, may we acknowledge, honor the light, the love within ourselves, within each other, and within all. Namaste.
The divine in me bows to the divine in you.